Alright YouTube, so this vlog, this is probably going to be my favorite sketchbook tour I've done in a very long time. And the reason for that is because I've been spending a lot more time on these drawings, so naturally there will be fewer, but been finally putting my money where my mouth is and doing more bold lines with the drawing, doing more color, and yeah, I just gotta get started in this vlog. So start with this first drawing here, which is the Pokemon Lumineon, but in a slightly different color scheme. I don't know if it really fits Lumineon, but it's definitely a great building block for the rest of these drawings. And this next one is where it really gets great, is this fan-made Pokemon I created. Didn't really give him much of a name, but sort of created him like he's kind of like a chocolate-like dragon, which I based off a Lego minifigure series, which has a chocolate maker, and one of the creations the chocolate maker lady creates is a chocolate dragon. So chocolate dragon Pokemon with a hint of fire, why not? This next one I really love. It's another Fakemon or fan-made Pokemon. We'll just call them Jones Beach Pokemon. So this is like a starter type Pokemon, or starter Pokemon rather. He's clearly a water type and a little bit of electric. As you can see, I did borrow a little inspiration from my favorite Pokemon Lantern, and yeah, this guy looks really cool. He's also got the little spikes that kind of look like a mohawk, but perfectly subtle enough, and of course he's a fish. Next up, this was based on a drawing I created a while ago when I went to the zoo with Mr. Aiden. Shout out to Mr. Aiden. We saw this like cool, it was like an Asian otter, I think. Cool, fact check me on that, Mr. Aiden. But yeah, it sort of turned into a little bit of a Pokemon. And yes, I know this drawing is not colored in, but trust me, this is the worst drawing of this vlog, and it's still pretty cool, right? Next up, a little bit of a break from the Pokemon, and it's Din Djarin, the Mandalorian himself. And this time I gave him like sort of a winter-like suit. And I didn't want to make it too white because I felt like that would look a little bit Stormtrooper Imperial like, and you know, the perfect balance of like the white and gray kind of gives me Batman vibes, and you can see little Grogu on his shoulder. Next up, this one is sort of based on like a Japanese style tattoo drawing and kind of like a Pokemon, but I'm not really going to say it was really truthfully made for a Pokemon, but works like that too. And it's this little serpent like, golden serpent like worm. Kind of even gives me Dune vibes thinking about it. Next up, this is not a fan-made Pokemon, but a pre-existing Pokemon, Jirachi, that I drew based off a Pokemon card of Jirachi. He's a really cute and cool legendary, underrated gem. This one I really like. It's this fire-like dog. Kind of looks like an evolution thinking about it, but I didn't really base him off an evolution, so he's not like Flareon 2.0, but he looks cool, right? This one, not terribly colored, but it's another variation of sort of like the Scizor Pokemon. Yeah, exactly what this is. Pretty much like a slight variation of Scizor, but I don't really know what I was going for. Just like Scizor in a slightly different style, I suppose. Not a Pokemon, but a pre-existing drawing I created. And yes, you can see it not whole colored in, but the white is based off like snow. It's like a tree humanoid character. Next up, you guys probably saw this drawing yesterday from my YouTube post, but it's these three starter Pokemon, the water, grass, and fire. So as you can see, the water is based on like a little bit of a ghost. He's sort of like very similar to the Pokemon Castform, who's a very underrated and cute Pokemon. This next one looks more like Pikachu than I initially intended, but it's like a cat-like monkey character, grass. This one is sort of a paradox Pokemon. As you can see, it is a fish, and yes, it is a fire type. And secondary type would not be water for obvious reasons, but I thought I would, mess around and find out creating cool new starter Pokemon. This one was also kind of a Pokemon, but doesn't really look like one. The creation I thought behind this was like a donut-like Pokemon, but I ended up having so much fun that it looks more like a galactic meteorite. It's a little bit of a hint of donut, but that's actually really cool, right? A galactic donut. Can't go wrong with that. So next three Pokemon, other starter Pokemon, and starter Pokemon, but with like different types that have not been created was the intention for this. So this is the Rock Ghost. As you can see, it looks a little bit like Chandelure and Geodude. He's got the diamond, or I guess, purple diamond eyes, and got the fists that are like subtly created, and what is a poison ice? Yes, is a penguin, and those are little fangs, and as you can see, the purple venom is dropping down him. And this is the ground fairy, which is slightly based on a mole and a worm Pokemon, and thinking about it, looks upside down is more how it's created, but you can see why I didn't do this drawing entirely upside down, but it's the beauty of this fan-made Pokemon. This next one of my favorites of this vlog, and almost last one. It's another Pokemon type that was not created. I was thinking about doing it for the starter, but I felt like this type was so cool that, it needed like a really amazing evolution, not just a starter. And it's Dragonzord. Yes, it is a Scizor variation, and I really love how this one came out. Like, I'm just in love with this. Kind of looks like Spider-Man eyes thinking about it, but it's kind of what I intended to. Last but not least, we have the Fire Fairy type, which is an evolution that, or typing rather, that has not been done, because a lot of these drawings I did Pokemon types that haven't been created. And yeah, I didn't want to do it for the starter because I wanted to do new types for the starters rather than just Fire, Water, Grass for that previous one. As you know, I did do the Fire, Water, Grass for a previous one, or previous one before the previous one. So yeah, this is Fire Fairy, kind of based it off the Pokemon Gardevoir a little bit, but seeing as the Kirlia evolutions are all psychic types, I figured I would make it more like a Gardevoir coded Pokemon rather than just a variation between Gallade, Gardevoir, and Kirlia. So yep, as you can see, I really love creating these drawings. I've gone longer in this vlog than I expected, despite having not as many drawings as usual. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more Jones Beach art vlogs. Goodbye.